Nyla.
And I'm Fred Kobe, and you're watching What's the 411 with Rex and Beano.
So let's get started.
So guys, how did you get started with your rapping? How did you get into it?
Can I say it?
Yeah. Well, you know, we did both kind of do music before the beginning of last year. But we kind of started taking it seriously this year, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what happened was basically we wasn't really a duo, we were separate.
So how did you before you carry on, how did you meet then?
How did we meet?
Yeah.
Oh, we've known each other since we were young, so
okay.
it's like a 10-year thing.
So it was easy linking up.
Yeah, that was not a problem. I mean, we grew up with each other, we
just knew each other, innit?
So
yeah.
that wasn't really a problem. So how it kind of basically began was we started like an Afro beats, and then we were thinking like started listening to Wizkid, Davido. They were thinking,
so inspirations they're already like
okay. So we're thinking, imagine being part of this. It would be like an honor sort of. It would be like imagine just listening to your own tracks, going to parties and hearing this and that.
People singing your songs.
So so you know we kind of started small, and we've done a few tracks there that we didn't really release, but obviously we showed a few close friends and everything. They basically informed us about needs a bit more work and everything. So even though we were a bit knocked down, we still took the initiative of basically listening to them and taking their advice. So after we had done that now, we basically ensured that we were basically able to just keep going to the studio and basically developing our flow. So that was basically the most important thing, because you have to be unique when you're doing music. You have to stand out in a certain way that you don't really...
So before you carry on here, do you reckon you're at the point where you want to be at, or is there a lot of work to do? Like what's the ultimate goal?
What's the ultimate goal? I mean, there's plenty of work. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of work
stop working.
Okay. You can never stop. The sky's the limit. You know what I mean? There's so much you can like grasp for. You know what I mean? So I mean, the goal is to be on top. But
when you say on top, when you say on top, what would you classify as absolute equilibrium? When you reach what point would you have to reach to realise, you know what, Rex and Beano band, we can go on a 10-year hiatus and come back, and people will be like, rah, Rex and Beano, shocky for daddy, I'm still rapping.
I mean, it's when you can basically see your progress and monitor it, and then basically people like fans and other people basically tell you that you've basically progressed and improved. I mean, once after that, that's kind of a good thing, because it basically means that even though you haven't really noticed that you've been developing, other people have noticed, and then that's how you notice. And I think from there, you're basically climbing up to the top, because you know you're going to reach your goal.
And the thing is, people won't start celebrating, your friends won't start celebrating you once people outside celebrate you.
It's so true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So unless people outside celebrate you, you won't actually feel the accomplishment of what you're doing in your area. Like right now, we are starting to get recognition from outside, and that is what's bringing inside as well. Okay. And that's what you need to do, and that's what we're trying to do so far.
So this another question, obviously your boy is like is this music thing like bringing you girls? Is
Friends.
More girls to come.
Friends. Really? Really?
If you was, for example, like say Stratford, would you get girls screaming like,
well, you know, after we dropped Feeling Me, I mean,
we have been getting a little bit.
We have been getting a bit of recognition, so people will go, because he lives in Stratford, he get around there, I'll come down sometime, go Westwood and everything, and then we've seen people be like, obviously we don't know what they're
pointing that, innit?
Yeah, so it's like,
it feels good doing it, like just
I mean, it does, you know, it does. It feels good, but I mean, that doesn't mean that you should lose focus, you know what I'm saying? So you still got to maintain doing what you do, so just grafting in the studio, keep doing what we do. I mean, you just got to stay focused. That's the main thing.
So why did you choose Afrobeats? What is it about Afrobeats that lured you in?
It's freedom.
What do you mean freedom when you say freedom?
I was going to say the same thing.
It's free, like, it's not like a structured thing that you have to follow in Afrobeats. Like, you can have like a tune in Afrobeats, where like there's one whole bit, just the beat just playing. Okay. And you have to do nothing. And it'll still be like, do you know what I mean?
Oh, it'll still be wavy like.
Yeah, it's just total freedom what you can do in your song. Like, there's no structure to it. It's just what comes up, what you come up with, you make it.
Especially because, you know, Afrobeats is mainly obviously African genre and everything. I mean, like, African people, Caribbean people, everyone loves to dance. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So the main target audience for that specific genre is Afrobeats because it's basically a dance, based genre compared to the others like R&B and pop and all of this.
But like, if you wanna like get to the top and expand here, don't you think that maybe sticking to Afrobeats only may not be, because we're in London right now and black people and Caribbean people, whatever, they like listening to Afrobeats, whatever. But that's a small target audience. If you want to go all over the UK, like everywhere, don't you think maybe moving on to different things?
The plan is to basically
branch out.
Yeah, exactly, branch out and basically change us. If it happens, you may have to just change your style a little bit. Exactly, become more versatile. But
right now, trying to establish us.
Establish
ourselves.
Don't fuse ODG the situation and turn into pop, because I feel like when Afrobeat artists go into the world and they realise, okay, white people are listening to my music, no shade, it's like, oh, I have to do something that captures their attention. I feel like if you stay true to yourself, you will blow when you need to blow. Look at Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar blew when he was 25, 26. Nicki Minaj blew when she was 28. If it's meant to be, it will be. Like, you guys do good music, and I would hate for you guys to lose yourself because of the audiences you are attracting. If they like your music, they will listen to you all the time. I mean, I know white people that listen to people like Brenda Fassie. Probably no one in the studio knows who that is. The South African artist, and she didn't sing in English, but they loved her music. So I feel like people genuinely like what you guys do, because if they didn't, they'd be like, Skin, who's this? And I see the girls on your timeline retweeting your music. So it's like, you guys do good music, so I don't ever want you guys to lose yourself.
Well, yeah, I agree with that, but obviously I would say also that it's good to try new things, but obviously you know what you're doing, innit? Like, what do you think of that? What do you think about it? Because because trying new things, Abigail, trying new things is gonna give you a better, more of a chance of making it out there. Like, okay, I'm not good at this, so let me try this, something else. Because they already know they're good at Afrobeats, you know what I mean? You've got that starting.
So you just want to know if they have versatility and they can do
that.
I
mean, things. I used to do a bit of, back in the day, I used to do a bit of grime from Afrobeats. So like, when I was growing up, I was doing grime, everything, so I've kind of got a bit of experience there. I mean, even though I switched up my flow and everything, it's still within me. So,
cool.
I mean, what you said about trying something new, that's always a good thing as well, because you can basically experiment, innit? So, when you're in the studio, there's always time to experiment, there's always time to muck about, and then sometimes you just find certain things like, oh, you might be doing a little muck about, but it might end up being something like, I haven't heard that before. That's the thing, when you haven't heard something before, that's when you kind of like it more. I mean, what we do that's a bit different as well, because, he obviously does like the singing side of it, and even though we're together, and because I still have that experience of like, I used to do grime back in the day, I've still got the rap within me, so unfortunately I can't really sing. So that's why I basically focus on the rap side of what I do, and basically push on that basically. And because Afrobeat is kind of, people will say, oh yeah, people sound like a robot, just do all the shit. I choose not to, because I rap and everything, I choose not to do all the shit. I just choose to do it strictly, just, if I'm basically, through that, I basically obviously develop my own flow that basically sounds kind of unique and everything. And then when we obviously merge it together, it creates something different.
So you,
So in the situation that your nipple was bleeding, what would you do?
What? That's very what?
I get tissue in it.
No, I don't think your nipple is bleeding.
Pouring out.
It's your nipple.
That's not even, that's brilliant.
No, seriously, like.
Okay, yeah, I guess you go answer the question like.
I suck it. Like.
Oh shit.
Can you reach your nipple?
Sometimes.
Wait,
it's
possible, isn't it?
He said sometimes. He said sometimes. Okay, next question.
I mean,
Jesus.
You mentioned obviously you got Afrobeat artists such as Wizkid as your influence here.
Yeah.
But have you got, let's say, any UK or American influences like through your music?
For our music, yeah, we've got a few. So obviously, when we started off, we basically went to a producer called Bolts Made It. So he was basically someone who we basically reached out to because we heard the track Warn and They Know, which he produced Carson Flavor, and because we were basically new to the scene, we kind of noticed that we just take like people that produce online, it doesn't really really acknowledge it.
Yeah.
So we thought, okay, let's try get hold of Bolts Made It.
Yeah.
Then eventually managed to get hold of Bolts Made It, and then it was through him. Basically, he kind of made us kind of join as a duo because when we basically reached out to Bolts Made It, we were kind of like separate individuals. And what basically happened was I basically was about to do a track by myself.
Oh, sorry.
Do you have a track now?
The thing was, we were in the studio, and he was making a track in it, and he was singing a chorus. And
you just said that you can't sing. So what were you trying to do?
And I was in the studio just chilling in it, just waiting for that, just hearing this track, Then Bolts was like trying like put more like harmonies to it, and he's like he tried again, he's like let me try in it. So I tried it, and he said I smashed it, but we weren't really feeling the tune anymore in general.
Why not?
Because
it was expired.
Yeah, it was
like, sat on it for too long.
Yeah, so we just thought we could do something better than that.
Cool.
And that's when we went back to studio and made Feeling Me.
Oh,
so wait, did you make Feeling Me before Shocky for Daddy?
Yeah. The story behind Feeling Me is so long.
The story.
We got time, man.
Is it true emotions?
The story behind Feeling Me.
Is it like based on a true story?
I mean,
it's been going on since.
It was just one day. He just woke up and that. And
he just
started singing. Basically like a chorus, like she's feeling me. I don't know who he was thinking about. I don't really know, to be honest. But eventually now we obviously we're meant to use a specific beat.
You just broke her heart, by the way.
We meant to use a specific beat, but it wasn't really. It didn't really flow with the chorus. I kind of noticed that. So we kind of thought that you know what, we've got to. Even though we might not get nothing out of it, it's better to try and invest in something. It's better to try. At least you can say you try.
Yeah.
So we basically went ahead and basically invested and started working in the studio with Bolts. And then through there it took a couple of months to finalize Feeling Me. So we started Feeling Me in like January, and it wasn't really done. We had to keep going, and then eventually I think it was like April, May. It was kind of finishing up, and then obviously we thought that we should bring out the track in like June. Because we wanted everyone, to finish their exams and everything was fresh. But
the video was supposed to come out first. That's the thing. The Feeling Me.
I saw some snippets from that video.
Yeah.
I was like, rare, man, alive.
If you had to choose anyone, UK, US, to do a collaboration with, who would it be? Dream collaboration.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. Why?
What?
He's my favourite,
Why?
I love him, man.
Chris Brown.
Me firstly, I'll say Tiger. I like his flow.
Yeah, you are. Where you going? Bring that ass here, girl.
Where do you guys see yourself in 5 years' time?
On tour.
Yeah,
where?
Tour.
At first, I won't stretch it too far. Actually, 5 years is a long time, so I'll say world tour.
A lot can happen.
Headlining, like you're the headlining, or someone else is headlining.
We're headlining.
Wow.
Because I started making music in November. So from November to now, that's 7 months. That's like 7 months. So imagine in 5 years' time, you never know what can happen, innit?
So if I started music tomorrow,
you
think next year I could be like Rex and Beano?
Yeah.
No.
It depends.
I can sing,
Depends on you.
It depends how much you give and like how much you want it basically.
If you give 100, you get 100.
I basically feel like there's nothing wrong with trying. That's the worst mistake you can make, not trying. If you don't try, you just never know. So.
Do you have any advice for anyone that is trying to get into music or that wants to be where Rex and Beano are?
Invest in yourself.
Yep.
Boom.
Yep.
Invest
in yourself.
Yeah.
Straight up.
If you don't invest in yourself, you will.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like that.
Short and sweet.
Thank you for tuning in. That's all for now, but stay tuned because we've got Rex and Beano performing Feeling Me.
Yeah,
Feeling me
can I? She's feeling me, what can I? She's calling for my things, so I take her to my room like she's feeling me, 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 she's feeling me. All eyes on me, baby, take a peek. Said it was about to get deep. The niggas getting lean. Said she gonna rub me like a freak. Said she gonna rub me like a freak. So baby, why you talking? He said you wanted me, now you walking. Baby, why you talking? He said you wanted me, now you walking. I got one kept on. Just do what in the morning. She's a bad bitch, but she's naughty. I love a big back in the morning. Get on. Just do what in the morning. She's a bad bitch, but she's naughty. I love a big back in the morning. She's feeling me, what can I? She's feeling me, what can I? She's feeling me, what can I? She's calling for my things, so I take her to my room. She's feeling me, what can I? She's feeling me, what can I? She's feeling me, what can I? She's calling for my things, so I take her to my room. Like she's feeling me, 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 Beano, she be my African sweetie. Big thighs, big back, looking meaty. The way you wind your waist looks easy. Like Weezy, I love the way you tease me. Big body girl, big fat, do I like that? One that me know what I like, baby. In the bedroom, she be getting naughty. Her body sexy like a Maserati. Now she won't get wavy. My baby girl, she be sipping on that Bailey. She won't get wavy. My baby girl, she be feeling kinda shady. She keeps calling my phone. This brown skin babe from Sierra Leone. Come on, baby, come and tell me what you like. She said she got a man, but I've always been attacked. She's feeling me, what can I? She's feeling me, what can I? She's feeling me, what can I? She's calling for my things, so I take her to my room. She's feeling me, what can I? She's feeling me, what can I? She's feeling me, what can I? She's calling for my things, so I take her to my room.